The wise create bridges, the foolish build barriers. You must attend to your business with the vendor in the market, and not to the noise of the market. Even the best cooking pot will not produce food. A tree is known by its fruit. You have little power over what's not yours. Birds sing not because they have answers, but because they have songs. When the mouse laughs at the cat, there is a hole nearby. No matter how long the night, the day is sure to come. Slander by the stream will be heard by the frogs. The mouth that eats does not talk. Where there is love, there is no darkness. The words of the elders do not lock all the doors. They leave the right door open. If you carry the egg basket, do not dance. Wisdom is like a baobab tree. No one individual can embrace it. The death of an elderly man is like a burning library. When you show the moon to a child, it sees only your finger. Be a mountain or lean on one. He that beats the drum for the madman to dance is no better than the madman himself. If your only tool is a hammer, you will see every problem as a nail. When you befriend a chief, remember that he sits on a rope. Do not follow a person who is running away. African unity is not just a dream, it is a necessity. The young bird does not crow until it hears the old ones. No matter how beautiful and well-crafted a coffin might look, it will not make anyone wish for death. One who bathes willingly with cold water doesn't feel the cold. An intelligent enemy is better than a stupid friend. He who is unable to dance says that the yard is stony. If you do not have patience, you cannot make beer. The child you sired hasn't sired you. It is crooked wood that shows the best sculptor. The best way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. Where water is the boss, there the land must obey. A child is a child of everyone. He who burns down his house knows why ashes cost a fortune. An orphaned calf licks its own back. Even the lion, the king of the forest, protects himself against flies. The wise create more opportunities than they find. Fear no forest because it is dense. A bird that flies off the earth and lands on an anthill is still on the ground. A leopard cannot change its spots. The child of a rat is a rat. Malagasy proverb similar to the Japanese idiom, the child of a frog is a frog. When the shepherd comes home in peace, the milk is sweet. Family names are like flowers, they blossom in clusters. All errors are amendable. The eye never forgets what the heart has seen. He who runs after good fortune runs away from peace. Earth is the queen of beds. A rooster is not expected to crow for the whole world. Smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. Where you will sit when you are old shows where you stood in youth. By crawling, a child learns to stand. A doctor who invoked a storm on his people cannot prevent his house from destruction. Knowledge without wisdom is like water in the sand. You cannot build a house for last year's summer. The food which is prepared has no master. If you pick up one end of the stick, you also pick up the other. You cannot name a child that is not born. Teeth do not see poverty. The camel does not see the crookedness of its neck. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. A flea can trouble a lion more than a lion can trouble a flea. We desire to bequeath two things to our children. The first one is roots, the other one is wings. If you are building a house and a nail breaks, do you stop building or do you change the nail? You cannot build a reputation on what you are going to do. Do a good deed and throw it into the sea. The strength of a crocodile is in the water. Even as the archer loves the arrow that flies, so too he loves the bow that remains constant in his hands. Do not look where you fell, but where you slipped. The sun does not forget a village just because it is small. A woman is never old when it comes to the dance. She knows. Never tell your brother two things, your best idea and your worst mistake. Discord between the powerful is a fortune for the poor. A patient person never misses a thing. Ears that do not listen to advice accompany the head when it is chopped off. Happiness is as good as food. A spider's cobweb isn't only its sleeping spring, but also its food trap. The night has ears. The river may be wide, but it can be crossed. Better little than too little. One cannot count on riches. When the roots of a tree begin to decay, it spreads death to the branches. Even the best dancer on the stage must retire sometime. The fool speaks, the wise man listens. A wise man said nothing at all. Anger and madness are brothers. The one who plants trees, knowing that he will never sit in their shade, has at least started to understand the meaning of life.